Hello, welcome everyone. I am Delfina Govia with the Oil and Gas Global Network. We are here at the Operational Excellence Conference, and we'd like to give a shout out and a huge thank you to Oil and Gas IQ for hosting us here. We have the opportunity today to sit down with Grigor Bambekov, and he is the head of, fill in the blank, Grigor?
Business transformation for major oil and gas company.
Okay, and oil and gas is a huge space. What part of the value chain is your organization in?
It's in the downstream.
Downstream, okay, so we're a refining company that we're talking to here today. And your role as head of business transformation,
Yes.
you are here at the Operational Excellence Conference. So tell us how transformation and operational excellence are coming together in your organization.
That's a great question. It's $1 million question, and thank you for asking.
Only $1 million question?
For now.
Okay.
So when you look holistically, the innovation, excellence, and transformation, they're contradictory to each other, but they're also complementary. In the bigger coin of operations, innovation is one side, excellence is on the other side. But taken together, operational excellence and innovation actually fuel the business transformation. Business transformation cannot be achieved without operational excellence. But in order to be accomplished, business transformation also needs innovation. Innovation on its own is a great thing, but it needs to stick. That's why operational excellence is important. To execute with excellence, to make it stick. When we combine innovation, and operational excellence, we achieve business transformation in the people side, in the process side, technology, and data side.
And how about the organizational component of that as well?
Of course, there is a human capital management component, which is the key driver on the people side. In order to achieve excellence and innovation and business transformation on the technology side, people must come first. We should never forget about them. They have to be part of the decision making. They have to be part of the strategy development, strategy communication, execution. They have to be also our key strategic partners in the field, in the trenches, because at the end of the day, they are the ones that execute. We trust their execution. We need to entice them, ignite their power, capability, imagination. We need to give them a sort of incentive so they can feel that work on innovation is very important, so they can help the company transform. And transforming the company, they help the company evolve and survive.
And then they own it.
They own it, of course.
And are you finding that the best ideas, the most innovative ideas, are coming directly from the people whose boots are on the ground?
Most of the time, the answer is yes. Because they know what are the tactical problems in the field. People in the field don't really care about the big strategic problems. They do care about the tactics.
That's right.
About their life, about their morning, about their midday, about their evening. And the issue is that those tactical problems, business problems, they come in clusters. And they are so important, and if left neglected or unheard, there is no way for us to move forward. One day, a tactical problem will happen, and it will create a strategic consequence for the company.
I think that we could probably look back into history and find several examples
Absolutely.
of that, right?
Yes.
So, where are you finding some of the challenges? Because a lot of times the technical issues that we're tackling are not specific to one particular function, that usually the innovation and the solving of problems cross different functional areas. How is your organization driving or enabling people and enticing the people in your organization to come together collaboratively to solve some of those problems?
In my opinion, there are two ways to do this. The first one is to apply the principles, the formula of 5 C's.
5 C's,
yes,
okay.
Stands for connect, communicate, cooperate, coordinate, and collaborate.
Okay, let's repeat those again for everybody listening.
Connect, communicate, cooperate, coordinate, and collaborate.
Beautiful, okay.
In joint planning and execution of tactical, operational, and strategic tasks throughout the value chain in the company. This is number one. And number two, that data that streams from technology, from HR management systems, or from workflow processes, help us establish two strategic competitive advantages. The first one is take this data and put it in the algorithm of data science.
Okay.
And go into the behavioral science to understand the key human insights and the why behind behaviors.
And how people make decisions?
And how people make decisions, exactly. And then take the other part and understand the operational aspect of it. So we connect the data science with behavioral science, and we're looking for insights. Answer the question, why did it happen? When did it happen? Will it happen again?
Yes. Preventative, predictive.
Yes.
Looking forward, not just looking backwards.
Absolutely.
So how are you prioritizing these sort of innovative and collaborative efforts around operational excellence in your organization? Do you have a particular mechanism for that?
Yes, we had to build a model, and this model is not a simple prioritization matrix. No, it is not.
Okay.
It is a model that takes holistically the role of people's side in driving innovation, the behavioral side of people in driving innovation, that values, the beliefs, the behaviors, the passion, the intuition, the ignition, the gut, the resilience, ability to handle pressure, fatigue, change, because those elements are part of every transformational journey. So this is one thing. The second one is the technical aspect. Do we need to take into consideration other technologies? Do we need different types of technologies in order to enable a particular innovation to drive the transformation? The third aspect is on the program and project management. Do we have the right project managers? Do we have the right program managers? Do we have the right process managers? Do we have the right product managers? Do we have the right change managers? And if the answer to those questions is we're not certain, my advice to the world is do not do it, do not start it. Because if you do, you're going to find out yourself few months, few years down the road in a situation you don't want to be. Take time upfront to plan. Spend 90% of planning upfront and 10% on execution, and deliver quickly results, return on investment, and make people believe that what is being conceived to be science fiction can be science fact, practical and pragmatic when you know how to do it.
So, very well said on the planning front, especially for a refining organization, because we all know the concept of measure twice, cut once when we talk about refinery turnarounds, right? The actual execution of a refinery turnaround happens in a very short window of time, but there's months and months and months of planning that goes into having that brilliant execution.
Yes.
So you are applying that same engineering mindset that has made us so successful in refinery operations to business transformation and digital transformation in affecting your operational excellence.
I will give you one example.
Oh, I'd love that.
Outside of the refining world, by profession, in the past, I used to be fighter pilot and squadron commander. I can tell you, when I have 32 fighter jets behind me in the air, when me and my team, squadron command, goes for a mission, that mission is probably about 90 minutes duration. We plan 90 days, 24 hours per day, day and night, for 90 minutes execution. Who does this? If we can take that discipline, that resilience, that commitment to execution into the space of or operations today
Yes.
into petroleum refining, logistics, marketing, retail. And if we emphasize on the rigorous rhythm for strategic, operational, and tactical planning, then we're going to be brilliant in execution.
That's a brilliant analogy. It explains it all
It's a
to
real
us.
life.
And when you've practiced for that long, you're dedicated to it, you know it, it becomes second nature.
Absolutely.
And
once you do it, then you can repeat it.
what you're also explaining is you're talking about the 5 things that you talked about. In that example, also with the fighter pilot example, you're talking about the communicate, collaborate, connect, cooperate, and I missed the 5th one. Coordinate. So all those 5 things are coming together in that same
Absolutely. In everything we do in petroleum refining, for example, requires a joint approach to joint operations.
Absolutely.
That jointness today is constrained. It is constrained because we have operations team, then we have maintenance and reliability team, Jointness team, then we have supply chain management team. I question that artificial segregation of duty, even though role and responsibility have to be clearly defined. In a joint operations, we need to work together.
To a joint goal.
Joint goal, yes. We need to plan together. We need to brief together. We need to execute together, and we need to debrief together. Does all of that happen today? The answer is probably not. Probably there is something we can learn from industries outside of the petroleum refining and energy industry. Take, for example, the John Boyd OODA loop: observe, orient, decide, and act. Okay, those 4 elements of cognitive reality can help us be on the safe side in every joint operations. Do we do it today in the industry? Somebody will say, yes, we do part of it, but it's not about doing part of it. It's about doing the entire thing in the best possible way. Do it in a way that is the right thing, in the right sequential order, in the right time, with the right people. Do it in a way that you can leave your personal signature. And actually, when you finish, you can look back and basically say, next time I can do it even better. That is something that is inspirational, that is desired. I know people have a lot to do. They manage thousands of probably conflicting priorities. But when it comes to the planning and execution, operational excellence fuels innovation if we go back to the other industries, see how they do it, and actually get some lessons learned, bring it in our industry, implement, and let's see what the result will look like.
I think that I would argue that individuals get very excited and very energized when they see the positive result and when they're able to see their own personal contributions to the team achieving its mission in terms of a fighter pilot and in terms of meeting their goals in the oil and gas business.
Absolutely, I agree with this. Nothing actually motivates a team as much as for the team to understand and see that the team is winning. And you don't have to win big from day one.
No.
Small tactical wins, carefully planned and scheduled and executed over a long period of time, creates that feeling within the team that they are operating under one strategic direction, one strategic command, that they're the last man standing in the field, and that there is nothing else that can stop them. It creates situations, a mindset of excellence, a state of mind that with a little bit of help and support from higher ups, those tactical teams in the field are going to be unstoppable, unbeatable. They're going to be the winners. If we let them win the tactical battles of everyday life, they're going to help us win the operational battle and then achieve the strategic victory. It's that simple.
And innovate
of course,
to increase the operational the definition of operational excellence. So let me take that concept of collaboration and communication and everybody working towards a common goal. And close out this discussion with a little bit of a twist on that. How do you see those same ideas and concepts affecting us as we embark on the energy transition that the world is talking about and that we are living?
That's a great question. A few years ago, I was invited by a company in DC to represent the largest petroleum refining, logistics, and marketing company in U.S. in the Sustainability Committee.
Okay.
When I went there for the first time, I saw great companies, great people, but each of which was pulling on the side, because companies and people were driven by a desire to go and show that a company A is better than company B is better than company C, and all over. I think that this is a wrong approach. I think that we need to find a way not to solve the individual companies and save the individual company, but to save the industry, because we are faced with a global culture of rejection of the nature of our business.
Yes.
A global culture that unless we take actions, meaningful actions, one day will put us to a halt, and without understanding why. Can we live without energy in the world? The answer is no. But what we can do, we can unite the companies, same way we can unite a group of people to become a team, to act together. It is so much more meaningful to go and show a global, industry-wide contribution towards the greenhouse gas emission prevention, towards the green planet, than rather going showing one individual company and its contribution to this big, almost unattainable goal. That will be my advice if somebody wants to listen to it. Be united, be together, not just like individual, as an industry.
I don't think it's just your advice. I think it's the leadership that you're showing. So as an organization, through leadership and showing that they have this culture inside of their organization of collaboration, and then understanding that all of us together have to collaborate to get to that next level.
Absolutely. Can companies connect to each other? Of course they can.
Of course they can.
Can companies communicate to each other? Of course they can. We don't have to disclose secrets or pricing models or trade information. Can companies cooperate with each other? Yes, they can.
Absolutely.
Can companies coordinate? Yes, they can. Can companies collaborate? Yes, they can. So if the answer of those 5 questions is yes, what stops us?
Nothing.
Nothing, exactly.
And with that, I'm going to thank you very much, Grigor, for being with us here at the Operational Excellence Conference hosted by Oil and Gas IQ. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you for having me.